If you guys are looking for some cheap coins on FC25, make sure you check out MMOEXP.com. Their link is down in the description. They're fast, cheap and reliable, and if you use my code Rema, you can get yourself a lovely 5% discount. So what's up guys, it's Ash here and welcome back to a brand new video. Now in today's video guys, I have my tactics for the 4-1-2-1-2, which is actually a very good formation in this game. If you're somebody that struggles a lot with passing, this does make it a lot easier with like the little diamonds and triangles you can play. It just feels like you have a bit more of everything all across the pitch. So it is a really nice reliable formation, especially with that two-striker setup. The cam does really help as well in terms of chance creation, so it is just a very nice formation. I was trying it out a bit because we did get that Makalele in that base icon pack that they did in the SBCs, and he has that holding plus, so I wanted to give him a go, and I can say this guy's very good. So yeah, with all that aside guys, let's get right into the video and I hope you enjoy. Okay then guys, so starting off with the tactics for the 4-1-2-1-2. For the tactical preset, make sure you have this on custom. This is so you can make all the changes that you need. If it is not on custom, you cannot change what you need to, so just ensure that it is on custom so that you can do what you need to do. And then the formation we're using is the narrow variation of the 4-1-2-1-2, so that is the one with the two centre mids as opposed to the right mid and the left mid, so just ensure you have that one there. For the build-up style guys, I enjoy using balanced because I feel like it's more controlled, more varied when you are attacking. So sometimes your players will come short and offer that short pass, and other times they'll make those runs in behind to give you a chance that way as well. So it's really mixed, really balanced, and that's why I like it. That being said, if you're a person that does like short passing, I know it is very good in this formation if you like that style. There's lots of little short passing options you'll get from this formation. So that is a really viable option. But again, just use whatever you want to. There is no right or wrong there. Now for the defensive approach, I've been trying out high. To be honest, I still don't know what my favourite defensive approach is. Aggressive feels like it can be a little bit too open at times and a bit like you're not in control. Balance sometimes feels like it's a little bit too passive for the way that the game is. So I'm trying high, which is a bit of an in-between thing, where it's not too passive and not too aggressive, to see if I like it. It's been doing alright for me, so I am going to leave it on that. But again, just change what you want with that defensive approach. Now moving on to the player roles, which is obviously a very important part of tactics this year. Without the ball, this is what it looks like. It defends in that 4-1-2-1-2 shape. Obviously not the greatest of defensive shapes, but there's not really much you can do about it. It still does the job if you're competent defensively, and you shouldn't have too much trouble. But again, probably not the strongest in defensive formations, I won't lie to you there, but it is still, you know, usable. And then with the ball, I have it so it looks a bit more like this. So let's quickly go through the instructions now. So for both of the strikers here guys, I have them both on the advanced forward role. Now, what this role's good for is giving you nice, well-rounded strikers, so that they do a bit of everything, and they're not really limited to doing one thing specifically. This helps with the flow of the team and stops you being limited to one play style. So advanced forward basically means sometimes they'll come short, sometimes they will offer help in the build-up, and other times they'll make those runs in behind. So they basically do a bit of everything. If you want, you can switch one of them to like a target forward or a false 9 if you need help in the build-up, or even a poacher. But I would say play to your players' roles, but I'm just using advanced forward here. Now for the cam guys, two options I would say with the cam. One of them is Playmaker, which I've got on here. Now I'm using Nakat here because he's got that plus version of it. So Playmaker is really nice because the cam sits in that area where they can play that killer pass one of two ways to each striker. You can also play in wing backs or play backwards. So the role plus does really help with this, and Playmaker is very viable. But if you don't want to use Playmaker, another one that is good if you have a play with a role is Shadow Striker. So they'll make those runs in between those two strikers, and they'll really get a lot of chances. So Shadow Striker is also very effective in this game, but I'm using Playmaker at this moment. Now for this right centre mid, so I have Kevin De Bruyne, who's quite a creative player, really good at that killer pass. He has that incisive pass plus playstyle. So on him, I just pop him on that Playmaker role. So it will push him up a bit higher naturally when we're on the ball, but it does allow him to get alongside Nakata and be another player that can play a key pass or a killer pass, which is very, very important in this game. If you don't have a player with great passing, you can struggle in this game. So I like having this guy here as a Playmaker, and it does help me out a lot in the final third. Now for this left centre mid, I like to use a box-to-box style player, so somebody that will get up and down the pitch. You can see from the heat map here, they do a bit of everything. They'll attack for you, they'll defend for you, and they'll help with the transition from that defence to attack. So they are really key to having that balance in the team. And I would suggest somebody with the role plus or plus plus if you can get it, as you do notice a difference, especially with their AI. It's more important with the box-to-box because they're running a lot more than in other positions. So I think it does make a big difference to the AI. And I would also recommend getting a player like Thuram, for example, who has really well-rounded stats in all the areas so that they can do a bit of everything. You know, they can run, they can shoot, they can pass, dribble, and they're not too weak either. So I like having somebody that is really good at everything in this position here. Now for the CDM guys, a couple of options you can have with this formation. Now the one I'm using at the moment with Makalele is holding plus plus. So this player will just be like a guardian. They'll be there to, you know, they'll be there to protect the back line. They won't push too far forward and keep things ticking. So Makalele obviously has the plus plus, so he is very, very good at that. But another viable one you can have if you have a player with the role or you just want to use it is centre half. So it does kind of make it a bit like a back five, but what people don't understand is when you lose the ball, it will transition away from this back to this. So it's not a back five. But I'm saying with the ball, if you pop this player on centre half and you lose possession in that area, your player won't just instantly dart back to position. They'll obviously help you defend as well. So it's kind of like a way to fill in that gap and keep you nice and balanced. So it is useful. It is a nice instruction. I just wish I had a player with that role, to be honest. But holding is also very, very good. Now for both of the fullbacks, guys, the right back and the left back, I pop them on the wing back role, but again, you can, if you want to, pop them on attacking wing back and do what you want with them. I've gone with wingback because they do have the plus in that role for me, both Mendy and Dallo, so that they are, you know, a little bit better. I think if I pop them here on attacking wingback, they'll probably perform a little bit worse for me, even though they do go higher up the pitch because their AI won't be as good. So I just have them on wingback here. So they will give us that width in the attack, which is really, really nice to have. I think it's very important you at least have like one fullback that is really wide in this formation. Otherwise, you can struggle through the middle. So I have both of them personally on wingback, but if you want to, you can put them on like attacking wingback and do whatever, because it can be really, really effective in that attack for you. Now for these two centre backs, I suggest defender regardless of the role, to be honest. I think it's just the most consistent defender role or centre back role. I think they just help out a lot more. They do the basics well and they don't do anything too stupid. I notice with stopper sometimes the player will just run out of position and not really do anything with it. It's just, you know, pulling a defender out and it doesn't really help. So I think defender's the best, but if you feel more comfortable with stopper or ball playing defender, then that's completely fine. You can use that, you know, there is no right or wrong. Like I said, it's just my personal recommendations. And then for the goalkeeper, you can have them on goalkeeper or you can have them on sweeper keeper. Courtois at the moment, I have him on goalkeeper, but you know, I might try him out on sweeper keeper. I'm not a big fan of it though, even though he's got the plus plus. But again, it is completely down to you with what you do there. But yeah, guys, essentially there are my tactics for the 4-1-2-1-2. I hope they help you out. If they do, please be sure to drop this video a thumbs up, as it does help me out massively. Sub to the channel if you are new, so you never miss out on any videos, of course. And don't forget to turn on those notifications. And yeah, with all that aside, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, guys, and take care.